this weekend I had a very fun weekend in terms of watching independent films. And once again, I got reminded why I love watching independent films and why I love making independent films. So I was on Tubi, right? And I'm here searching for movies that I've never seen before. And I was just curious of watching something new and different. And then I see in the comedy section, I believe, a movie called Radio Days. And when I see that it has an ensemble cast, and I see that's directed by Woody Allen, directed and written by Woody Allen, I said, let me click this because yes, whatever Woody Allen did behind closed doors in his personal life, I'm the type of person that I separate the person from. Always separate an artist's personal life and a person's work, and I always go by their work. So, that's what I care about. I'm not one of these soft coward liberals that will say, "Oh, that person is a excuse my language, a piece of shit in his personal life, so I can't watch his work. I can't watch her work." Blah blah. No, I'm not like that. If you're good at something, if you put out good content, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care what you do in your personal life. That's, the person may be a despicable person, but if that person puts out a great material, I'm gonna watch it. So, and I still watch Woody Allen's work to this day. He is a phenomenal writer. What is Woody Allen? And Aaron Sorkin and probably Quentin Tarantino, those three are some of my favorite screenwriters. So Radio Days came out in 1987, and the movie is about a nostalgic story of a family that's in Queens, New York, and it's all about the golden era of radio, and this movie is set in the 1940s. So Woody Allen, he does the narration for Adult Joe, while Seth Green plays the role of Young Joe. In this movie, you have Mia Farrow, Seth Green, Diane Keaton, Jeff Daniels, Larry David. It's an ensemble cast. All of them are in this movie. So it's a comedy. It's a comedy movie and an indie film as well. So, and what I love about this movie is that it uses music, memories, and dance to tell a story. I just love that element about it. So, and one of the things about the old days in that era is that it was a lot about respect. Respect your parents, respect your elders. And in those days, if you did something wrong, your neighbors could spank you. And then when you get home, you get spanked by your parents as well. So in this movie, you get a glimpse of grown-ups disciplining. Man, what's wrong with me today? You see parents basically discipline, spank their kid. So, and you see that often in this movie, and that's something that we are lacking in today's world. You see kids killing their parents now. You see kids disrespecting their parents. Me, I'm a millennial, right? When I was growing up, you could still, discipline your kid. Is not to the level of the baby boomers and the silent era generations, etc. But I was fortunate enough that when I was growing up, I got disciplined. Not hardcore because I was not a bad kid. I was not mischievous. Me and my siblings, we were not bad kids. Just by our parents giving us that look, it was already enough. right? But back in those days, in 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the list just goes on and on. The minute you did something, the minute you say something that did not sit well with your parents or with anyone around the neighborhood, you'll get spanked. There was no warning. It was whoop, take off the belt right away. So I feel that we're lacking a lot of that in today's world. But the issue is that it's a lot sensitive now because you have smartphones. You have these rules that that just basically diminishes the ability of parents disciplining their kids. So it's sad, but that's the world that we live in. I just like that in this movie, Radio Days, you get to see how life was in the 1940s. And it was a different time. You didn't have the smart TVs, smartphones, computers. It was mostly radio. And if you have a TV, it was only like 2 or 3 channels, and that was it. It's nowhere near compared to what you see today. So I love watching old school movies. I love watching movies that depict of that era. And I feel that Radio Days does that for me. So Woody Allen did a terrific job directing and writing this movie. I like the way how the movie ends with it's New Year's Eve. I love that it ended that way, and it's set in New York as well. So there's a lot of pluses in this movie, and there's a lot of things that in this movie that resonates with me because I'm a New Yorker, and I wish I was born during that era, the baby boomer, or even before the baby boomer era generation, where it was basically a simple life. It was more challenging, but a more simpler life in the sense that you get to have that camaraderie with your family, and it's not just like be on your phone all the time. You have to talk things out. You have to socialize with your family and relatives and friends. So I just enjoy this movie. But yeah, very good movie. Thank you for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless you all.